Hello everybody and welcome back to High Button Sports here as we get set for our big game matchup here on the channel. Pictou County taking on Bedford in the semifinal of the U13AAA boys provincials. This is the game you've been waiting all season to see. Two historically good seasons for these two teams. One team will move on to the final tomorrow, or this afternoon. One team will move on to the bronze medal this afternoon. We are ready to go as the refs get set. We're over here at the practice rink at Stalemate Arena. Who would have thought at the start of the year this is where we'd end up for this final game? Here we are, ready to go. And we are off to the races. Puck dropped in there, tied up. McLean plays that back. Worked over by Robertson, chased into the corner. Gillis is gonna get pressure. Pictou County quickly down into the offensive zone. Spun out, right side, trying to steer that in front. Spin around shot there. Knocked away. And a quick tempo start here for Pictou. Left side, lead pass, then slapped on down. Picked up in the zone and wrapping back around the other side. Duffy's gonna grab that. Duffy tries to chip it by MacArthur. Comes back in through center. Left side, Duffy. Bedford working it around. The defense trying to get a breakout going here. Stopped up. Played back across. And the defense continue to work that puck out. Bedford trying to push that puck in a little more methodically. Pictou County coming out with all sorts of pressure off that first face-off draw, and then Bedford settled it down a little bit. Now Pictou back up the opposite side. In behind they go. Trying to pull that through the offensive zone. Right side, missing the stick there of O'Leary. Pressure coming down, cut off on the wall. Stepping in, Bedford trying to steer in front. Pictou, quick stick to get that one off. Over to the opposite end. That puck's wrapped around and it's a quick pace out here to start. Tied up there along the boards. It's one back, now chopped that in the middle. Let's trying to spin that out in behind. Pictou holding the zone. Good start here for them. One back to the line, Cameron. Gonna shoot that back in. Cameron has a phenomenal weekend here. Back to the middle, quick shot. That one missing wide. We got Snide here in net for the semifinal. Trying to move his team on to this afternoon. O'Leary into the corner. They're gonna come in here with some good aggression. Brian and Cameron at it. That works out in front. McLean. Quick shot off. That one's tipped to the side. In ahead, Robertson. Robertson getting pressure. McLean's gonna pick that up. Right side, dished off to the middle. In stride, Brewer trying to power that one to the net. It's in! It slides through the 5-hole. Brian, as Allward went out to cover, slid through. And we have our first lead of the game here. Bedford pushing it forward. Brian on the attack. A good push to the middle, and that was a one-man show to get that thing in. That puck was willed into the back of the net. And 1-0 to score here early. We'll head back to the middle, and the referees talking to the coaches. I heard one of the parents here yell offside, so maybe that's what they're trying to talk about. I don't think, as much as we have our streams here, I don't think we can go to the instant replay on the offside, especially with this setup here in the corner. Maybe next year. But as right now, it's 1-0 there, Bedford early, and on the board with pretty much their first real shot on net. Gillis down the wall. And then chip that ahead. And Max Bryan, like I said, willing that thing into the back of the net. McLean with the assist. Back over to the middle, Swain here on the draw. Pictou trying to shake that one off. McDonald wins it back to Cameron. Cameron getting pressure down low, trying to turn that over in front now, holding on to it. Burke trying to push that towards the front, and that worked off, and a quick save in front there, Allward. And Allward with a big comeback save, as that one had a chance for the back of the net, but stayed square, able to steer it aside. And a big save there for the Confidence. In net down the right side. Bedford streaking in once again, trying to dish off the stick, and they score! Over to Hackala, and it's finished off. And a perfect pass across and a perfect finish. You don't get that unless you're one of the best teams in AAA. And it's 2-0 here over to the gate for Bedford, coming out hot, and a stunned crowd here for the Pictou. And they're kind of all around me back here on this side, so and there's a bit of a panic at Allward kind of back there. Now he's saying there's maybe something up with his pad. And they head over to the bench, dropping something off. It looks like we're ready to go, so an early 2-0 lead. Brian willing that first one into the back of the net. A solo man effort, and then a great connection there for the second one. Hackala finishes it off, and another shot in, and a hot one there that gets knocked into the mesh. And it's whistled down. And after the early quick start from Pictou in the first minute, they were keeping that puck and working around. Bedford settled it down defensively. Back over, right side, McPhee tries to fire that one on. It's pushed over to the wall. O'Leary back in behind. They're gonna skate after it. Touched up by Cormier. O'Leary in front, a good lead pass. Asher, Hopkins, fans on it. It'll be back. Duffy deserves the props for the assist there as he dished that one across. A great player making a big game play here early in this one. Still within the first 5 minutes of the first period, 2-0, plenty of time to go. Shot back into the corner, wrapped around for Snide. Snide hands that off to Gillis. Turned over in front, Pictou chance, and they score! Get one right back off the turnover in front. And we've got lots of time, I just said. We've been waiting for this game all season long. So if you think that thing was over that quickly, you got another thing coming, as it's now 2-1. We'll have a big turnover in front, fired home, and we'll head back to center. And Pictou getting a big one back, not letting Bedford just start to try to pile them up. Coming back, making it a 1-goal game, and now everything could change. Let's see how Bedford responds. Try to keep that same pressure in the offensive zone. Hines in behind, McLean on it as well. Wrapping around the wall, MacArthur tries to play that out. MacArthur works it back, and Brian will send it. Callum with the goal there. Up the right side, quick stick. Shot back along the end boards. Picked up there by Duffy. Duffy's gonna hold off. Hand that up to McLean. Big Hunter McLean down the right side. He'll get cut off nicely on the board. Pictou calmly works that back. Cameron lead pass to the middle. Gillis back out there. Heel backhanded over to Surrett on the wall. Pictou intercept it though. Not let them get very far into the zone. MacArthur chips down into the corner. She'll go at it with Robertson. Tried to center that one in front, back to the line. Held on to, high shot, tipped around in front, and that one will fall back and behind. Robertson pressured, leaving enough for Burke. Back to the line again, shot in low, steered to the wall. Back over in the corner, wind up shot, that one high, into the glass. We'll have a whistle here, so. As I'm getting set here, just trying to remember, if you're listening in right now, it is the other semifinal game, the Tassa Antigonish game, is being streamed. It's on the channel High Button Streaming, so you can't do two simultaneous streams on one channel. Therefore, this game here is on the High Button Sports channel, and the High Button Streaming channel is covering the other one, but my colleague Troy Langstaff over at Antigonish Arena right now streaming that one, so you should be able to find that High Button Streaming. That is that channel, that one tipped out in front, and now Pictou pushing the pace again back down, and it'll be sent here into the corner as the fans file in here. Like I said, two teams with historically good seasons. Pictou, not one loss in the regular season. A fantastic one to remember for them. They lost to Tassa 2 days ago, which resulted in them playing in the semifinal against Bedford. And Bedford losing to Pictou a couple times in the regular season, but no one else. So kind of tells you the tale of the tape on how this rivalry has gone this year. Going shot for shot all season long. Pictou getting the better of them in the regular season, winning that regular season title. Sent back the other way, MacArthur. She'll shoot that on, it'll be tipped in behind. Back off to the corner, and remember, the other semifinal is live on High Button Streaming, so if you search that in the YouTube bar, it should pop up with the thumbnail. That one's sent in low into the corner. Picked up on the other side, McPhee. McPhee pressuring. Back over to the middle, and now down the wall they'll come. 2-1 the score here. Bedford with a hot start, scoring on 2 of their first 3 shots. Pictou took advantage of a turnover in front, fired it home to make it a 1-goal game. And as it stands right now, we're just kind of going back and forth. Teams settling in a little bit here. Cameron works up the left side. Lead pass. Sent in off the end boards, trying to chase after that. It's plucked out of harm's way, and now we're trying to lead pass again. That misses the mark, and a couple of missed passes here. Icing called off. Cormier gonna pick that up. Cormier gonna turn on the Jets through center. Cormier round the right side, shot, saved there by Snide. Back over into the wall, Robertson in there, he'll go down. Good fight there in the corner for Robertson, but Pictou come out with it. Tried to center in front, free puck, back to the line, shot Pictou, blocked. Free there on the right side, quick shot, that blocked again. As Pictou now getting the chances the last few minutes. Set down into the end boards here, icing waved off again. Robertson, the D-man, in deep. He's covered on the line there by Mood. Mood with a great cover. You saw Robertson jump down. He was there, and he actually ended up making the play to keep the puck in the zone. So good job by Mood as he takes on Cormier here close to us. Some nervous parents here in the crowd. That one went over Swain. Swain, a nice little heads up play to wrap that back around, but Mood's there first. He'll try to shoot that in low, tipped. Cameron, wrap it back around Robertson. Robertson on the line, that one jumped up for her by Cameron, and Cameron with a fantastic block. Pucks on net mentality here for Bedford, and another hard shot, trying to get it down. Wrapping down the boards there, Cameron left side. Chipped up ahead, perfectly grabbed by Swain. Back in through the middle. They'll hustle that puck out, drop pass. Mood. Mood stepping in, finding some open room. Low shot, blocked again by Cameron. Swain in the corner. Hakala, one of our goal scorers, trying to play it out. 5:52 here to go in the first. Pardon me. On the wall there in the neutral zone, swung out to the middle. Chased after, good hustle. Back on. DDD pass, McLean's gonna pick that up. McLean tries to shoot that up, it's caught on the line. Pictou trying to keep it in. Bedford haven't created too many chances here the last few minutes ever since those 2 goals. One effort by Jackson Mood, but that was been about it. They're 2 for 3 here on shots though, so I'm sure they're looking to test Allward here. One over to the wall. Dished across, nice pass. Duffy down the side, tries to shoot that, blocked. And the blocks have been huge here for Pictou. McLean shoots it down here into the corner. Cameron and McLean go in for it. Two big bodies out here, two probably the biggest guys in this league. And that little battle didn't exactly live up to the billing, but we'll see if they go at it again. Two also very skilled players, both all-star players this year. In on the wall, Brian tries to chop at it. It's worked in behind Land. Land picks up, sends that over to the right side. Return fire. Now up through center. Grabbed in the zone, shot on, block it away. Here into the corner, Pictou on that in a hurry. Grace turns it over, and it was almost stuffed in the side there. Brewer, little play there to try to will that thing into the back of the net. You could see him skate over here. His eyes looked like I've never seen anyone so focused in my entire life. This game means a lot to these kids and these parents, as they've been waiting all season long. The rivalry finally coming to a head here on the practice rink at St. FX Arena. Like I keep saying, who would have thought? If you could make 1,000 guesses on where this thing would be resolved, this would probably be one of the last ones. But it is what it is, and like I said, there, we are proud to be here, and I'm sorry about the angles here and everything. I mean, unfortunately, it kind of is what it is. We were told this is the rink, and we had to figure it out, and I mean, we're on the St. FX practice rink. I'm glad I was able to make it work, but it is what it is. Sent in the length of the ice. Shot down, they'll hold that in along the boards. Hopefully my commentary can maybe pick up where the camera angle lacks. In around the right side. Spun out to the middle. Try to walk by, sent into the left side. Chased after in the corner. 2:53 left to go here in the period. That one kept in nicely on the half wall and try to get it back the other way. Spun out Burke, and it looks like we're gonna have our first penalty. There's a little body contact in there. Will result in an interference. And it'll be Bedford headed to the man advantage, trying to restore their 2-goal lead. But I'm just gonna quickly get a link here. There we go. So that's the link to the other game. But we're back here. So that one back on the line. Over to Duffy. Shot in. That one low. Trying to snare that one in front. Picked up McLean. Backhand. It's loose there on the side. Worked across. Oh! And a golden opportunity for Burke in front. Somehow stays out. That thing rolled right along. It was a tough angle on a quick play, but good chance regardless. Couldn't get it. Duffy tries to center in front. The D-man deep in the zone. Cormier takes him on with a nice little board battle. Picked up in front. Another shot by Burke. Blocked. Grace with a big block there. Kept in on the line. Tipped off. Cormier and a hook is in there. And a little can opener, and it'll be the 4-on-4 here to the line, touched up. So the power play short-lived, 50 seconds, 1:54 left to go here in the first. And it'll be even strength here for 1 minute and 10 seconds with the 4-on-4. And then it'll be a power play for Pictou. So a can opener gets in there. One over to the right side. They'll try to steer it down. Pictou County holds the line. Shot back down into the corner. McPhee stick handles. up the right, trying to push that thing by. 4-on-4, remember, here for 1:10. So a lot of ice out there. And is it just me, or does that look like a lot more room there behind the net? I think it's just a bigger rink just by nature. That one spun out in front. Van Polgeest tries to play it over. Really back to the line. Down to O'Leary. O'Leary dished across. One-timer in front, Van Polgeest. Fans on it. Down the right side now. Pictou into the zone. Wrapping around the boards. Right side shot. That one's gonna come down, and 13 seconds to go here on the 4-on-4. 1 minute to play here in the first period. Pretty even period here so far. Each side has gotten their chances. Skating into the zone down. The right side gonna stop up. 11-on-11 down there in the corner. Back to the line, McDonald. McDonald stick handles a little hezzy hay, hands it off. Nice move there by McDonald. High shot, that over the net. Left side, walking the blue line. Dished across. Shot in again. Rebound in front. Couldn't get to it. Snide with a nice save there, as it's now power play time for Pictou. 20 seconds to go in the period. 26 seconds on that power play. Down the left side, shot. That one in wide. Picked up again now. Tipped off with the high stick. Touched up, whistled down. 12 seconds to go on the power play. 6 seconds to go in the first period. So 2 on the score. We appreciate you tuning in here. And like I said, apologies for the camera angle. We did the best we could to get this game brought to you fans at home. If it was this, if it wasn't this, it was nothing. And I can say that with complete confidence. So this is what we'll have to deal with, but the game has lived up to the expectations here so far. Very even. The quick Bedford start. Pictou getting one back, getting into their own, and that'll take us to the end of the first period. So 30-second break here, and we'll be back for the second. All right, and we're back here. Start of the second period, switching ends. So we'll get a look here at the Pictou offense as they get closer, and a nice little job by Gillis. He tries to jump the line a little bit. Down the wall, onto Gillis' stick. Gillis dished up the right side, picked up to Brian. Brian's gonna try to bob and weave in there. We're back to even strength here, so the power play that was negated resulted in nothing for either side. Now in towards the middle, down onto the wall. Good battle there. Pictou tries to fish that out. McLean on the left side, in across. 1-goal game here in the semifinals. It's in ahead. Bedford holding. McLean's shot. That one doesn't reach the net. Tipped out in front. They'll hustle down the right side here. Onside, stop up. Now hand it off to Surrett. Surrett. McLean into the zone. He'll wind up, shoot across, rebound. Surrett tries to finish it off. That falls in behind the net. And Hunter McLean with a couple good plays here early, but Pictou down. Breakaway, fanned on through. They score. McDonald through the legs of Snide. Snide wanted the goalie interference. He won't get it, and just like that, a great chance at one end, resulting in a goal at the other. And now we're all tied up, 2-2 here at the start of the second period. Just over a minute in, and a big goal by McDonald as he kind of lost it there, but he just pushed that thing towards the net, fell through the 5-hole. And he'll have the tying goal right now, so there's 2 early goals by Bedford, now canceled out. Hakala has that off his stick. Wrapping it around the glass, over here to the left side. Played up by Land. Jackson McDonald with the tying goal. Over to the right side now. Hakala tries to play that in ahead. It's on the line. Worked over, now shot Bedford, free in front. Spun out to the wall. Kept in the zone. Bedford trying to get that one back. Down the right side, dished off. That's gonna come to the line. Shot by Land, scores! Land, bottom right corner, takes the lead right back. Has some good play there, even strength, resulting in a goal. Back to the line, find a spot there on the right side, just past the pad. And we'll head in back to center. One over to McPhee. McPhee down the right side. O'Leary gonna try to push that thing in. Gets it off. 3-2 the score here, Bedford. Quinton Land coming up in a big moment there. Getting that one right back. Jackson Mood, like I've said all year long, one of the top offensive talents on Bedford, making something happen in a big moment as well. Down the left side, trying to steer it up front. Knocked off the side of the post. Pictou, since those first 2 goals, despite that last one, have played really good to kind of bounce back and get this thing even. Not even in terms of the score at this point necessarily, but in terms of the play, they've definitely come back and matched the pace of Bedford that they didn't have early. That's sent down around by Cameron. 12-19 left to go here in the second. Gillis up the wall. Van Polgeest tries to get it to the line. Van Polgeest into the zone. He'll stop up, try to pull that off. Hand it to McPhee. Drop back pass there. Over on the wall, they'll step in. Pictou trying to push that thing. Blocked so they can get it. Brian with a nice move. Clear the zone. Shot in. Passed off now. Pictou County. Down the right side. Couple stick lifts there on the wall. Brian's gonna pick it up now. Dishes it to the middle, McLean. Hunter McLean down the right side. He'll let shot go. Save. Back on to the line again. Low shot, tipped in front. Bedford was there for a split second, but knocked away. MacArthur now. Over to the right side, trying to pull that thing into the zone. Sim, one of the top players on this team as well. Fantastic first game of the tournament. He'd like to get on the board. One of those guys who just kind of has it in terms of being a hockey player. Very good at reading the game for his age. Like all these guys are at this point, to be honest. The 2 top teams in Nova Scotia for the 13, but you know, some have skills that outweigh others. That's the way hockey goes. It's a game of specialties, sort of. You know, you pick your things you like. You're not going to be good at everything when it comes to hockey, but the more things you can be good to great in, the better player you'll be. And reading the game, one of Sim's moves, pardon me, along with the hands. The hands are probably his #1 attribute. As we wait here, ref in the way, but I promise you the puck about to be dropped. And has to do up the helmet there on the left side. And they're actually gonna send Swain off, so the centerman kicked off and Sim will head back out. 10:39 left to go here in the second. On the dot. One back to the line. Gillis gonna circle in behind. Gillis tries to clear it out the right side. It's shot in low again, sneered off by Snide. Falling down there in the corner, picked up by Burke. Burke backhand, up the right side. Pictou calmly plays that across. DDD passes there, looking for an outlet pass, gonna hand that off. Pictou into the zone onside, down the right, looking for some room. Stop up there by Cormier. Pressured there in the corner by Robertson. Robertson had a good game here so far. He's been noticeable out there. McDonald back to the line. That one blocked, held in though. Dished across, beautiful play there on the line. Walk-in shot, Cameron high. Cameron has scored a lot of goals this weekend. That one couldn't find the back of the net. He'll pick it up in stride again. Down the wall, dish back to Burke. Another man who scored a lot of goals. Into the zone there. Wrapped it behind, spun around, scores! With a wraparound goal. Burke fires it home, and 4-2 the score here. Almost halfway through this second period. It'll head back to center, and just a good effort in behind by Burke. Holds on to that himself. And that one was in a hurry. Wasted little time in the offensive zone. 4-2 the score. We head back to center. And now Bedford, after having it be tied up on them earlier at the very start of this period, have restored the 2-goal lead.
Number 9, Maddox Burke. Assistant by number 88, London Gillis.
London Gillis with a big assist there. Burke finishing it off. And on the wall, they try to play that through the center. It's touched at. Chip back in. McPhee's gonna hustle back for it. Hands that off to the left side. Land, lead pass. Stopped up. Quentin Land with a huge goal to give Bedford the 3-2 lead a few moments ago. McPhee here close. McPhee, hard pass up the left side. Dished across over to O'Leary. That's gonna bounce off O'Leary's stick. Pictou County pull it back in the zone. Pictou County now down 2, but they've got half the time to try to get this comeback going. Half the time they had earlier. McPhee circling back, hand it off left side. Land up to McLean. McLean steps in, he dishes across, trying to free that up in front, chance off, and that one blocked. It seems like these chances, a lot of them are getting blocked by both sides, particularly Pictou, doing a fantastic job of getting in front of them. And the only goals that are really being scored, I mean, it was the slap shot goal, so they missed the mark on that one, but that last one was off the rush. Sent in, tipped off in front. Snide's gonna leave it out there. 7:48 to go here in the second. Up the wall there, back to Gillis. Gillis up to McLean. McLean will enter. He sends it back, Gillis on the line. Shot in, spun around there, and covered up. A big save as had a little room there on the right side. We can see here on our cameras, a little net to shoot at there along the ice. We had a good angle at that one, and a big save at a big moment. Remember, this will be our only game here on the St. FX practice arena. After this, we'll head back to the Annie Guinness Arena for the bronze medal game and the gold medal game. So we'll only have to bear through this angle for this one game, and wouldn't you know, it's the most looked forward to game of the whole season. Nonetheless, here we are. We've got a good one on our hands, pretty even here, but Bedford with the 2-goal lead. We saw earlier, Pictou has what it takes to come back from that. Just are they gonna be able to do it with 7 minutes left to go in the second and 15 in the third? We are officially halfway through this game. And along the wall, they'll play it down the right side. Try to center in front and kind of get knocked down. Bedford now hold it on the left side. Tip back, good job by McDonald to stay with it, but an even better job by Mood to dive out, keep that in the zone. And look at that, creates a play, but works back the other way now again. Nice play by McPhee and a stretch pass up the wall. Mood chips it in. Back in, Cameron stick handling, looking for the outlet pass up the middle. Falling down. We've only had 2 penalties. There's been barely anything in terms of the rough stuff category, as I like to say. Fought for in the corner, try to chip that by. It's a big pile up along the wall there. Comes out in behind. Circling back in the zone over to the right side. Stopped up. Trying to push that forward, Gillis. Gets it over. Pictou County entering the zone. Nice move around. Pictou, chance on. Snide. Not going to let that happen twice. We saw earlier off the breakaway, similar to that play there. Slide through the 5-hole. That time he had that stick down. Pads closed, able to get the whistle. 5:36 to go here in the second. I'm not going to lie, between me, you, and the 250 watching, there's a bit of a nervous energy here, especially in the Pictou end as the parents look on. A really, really impressive season. Brian needs to go off due to a neck guard problem. And it all comes down to this, so the nerves will be going. You can't blame them. 5:36 to go. Remember, we'll have a 10-minute break in between. Paddock's Burke rolling out. He's taking his time. Some confusion there in front, and it'll end up being Surrett on the draw. So 5-on-5 here. One back to the line. Down the right side, 4-2 here for Bedford in the second period. 5:28 left to go here in the second. One back to the line, Cameron. Cameron shot low, that one misses the mark. Knocked back in. Now quick shot in front, on the stick there, Pictou shot, scores! Great from the slot. It's fired home. I think it was MacArthur. He delivers. And a very impressive play there in front, and now it'll be 4-3, and this game is far from over. Getting one back here late. The Crushers needed that one as they've kind of stalled out a little bit since going down 2. They get that chance on in front, point blank shot. And the skill of these players, they can risk that home all day long. Try to center another one. Pardon me. Anna MacArthur showing up here, getting her team back in it. Face off, coming here just outside the Pictou zone. And it's kind of funny because there hasn't really been a plethora of chances for either side. It just seems like they're delivering on them, depositing that puck into the back of the net. Like, it's not like there's been a sequence of 10+ shots where it hasn't gone in. It's been back and forth, taking advantage of their opportunities on both sides. That one tipped in front, rebound, scores! Off the helmet, and MacArthur gets it and ties it up. So the third and fourth goal for young Anna MacArthur, as she delivers, and we're back to 4-4. I said it didn't take long earlier for them to tie it up, and they just did it again here in a matter of a minute. That one bounced off a helmet in front, right there on the doorstep, and it's fired home again. So I guess that nervous energy I was talking about here on the Pictou side maybe subsided a little bit, and now Pictou with all the momentum. That's sent in for Snide. Duffy up the right side. Duffy now back with it. Played across. We're going to the last whistle here, folks. This game is not going to be over prematurely. It's not going to be over prematurely. This thing's going to go until the very end, and clearly right now 4-4 the score. Duffy picking it back up here in the corner. Back down low. In on it, Green wrapped around. Pictou holds the zone, works it off of Hackala. In towards the middle. Grab now, Swain. Swain with some good stick work there along the boards. He'll go against Burke and them. Knock down low. And a little aggression there. Let's see how Bedford responds. We haven't had too much time in the offensive zone there for Bedford. Down the right side and offside for Burke. Right there on the line, 3:48 to go here in the second. And we'll wait. The puck drop here. 10-minute break in between the second and third. One off. Hustle down into the zone. Pictou trying to go to the outside, falling down front. Free puck on it though. Tried to fire that in behind. Stays out. Pictou looking for their first lead of the game. That went on. Robertson, a little bit of a risky one there. Gets it around. Tries to clear that out. O'Leary cut off on the wall. Back down low. Robertson chipped up ahead. Picked up by Brewer. Brewer in down the left side. In behind, that one's played it to the right. Back to Robertson. Bedford trying to get something going here. Worked in behind. Held on to. McLean tries for it. Right side, pull back play there. Cameron. Cameron, stick handles, shoots that. And that will be an icing here with 2:43 left to go here in the second. We're all squared after the two MacArthur goals. Back to back. Fans line the stands here. This is probably the most fans this practice rink's ever seen. Can't imagine any bigger games than this being played. That one's sent on. Tipped it on the line, high shot by McLean. He tries to find the back of the net. McLean has a fantastic shot, and that one tipped up. It was on the back side of the net. They hit it, popped up in the air. And now Snide, maybe slash, an unsportsmanlike there. And Bedford now heading to the power play. So an unnecessary penalty taken by Pictou. And with 2:31 to go here in the second, I believe it unsportsmanlike. End up in the box and 2-minute chance, 2 minutes here. Burke gets knocked down to the line. Dished across left side. Wind up shot McPhee, that one wide. Down low Burke. Tries to hand it off, rebound in front. No one there for it, cut off. Nicely and picked up by McPhee. McPhee, phenomenal job of getting over to that. Down in the zone, Gillis tries to pinch it off. He'll go down, 2-minute power play here for Bedford. On the line, McPhee. He dishes it down the right side. Back into the zone here. Snide's gonna come out to play it. It was, okay, so Swain, it wasn't unsportsmanlike. Sim with the unsportsmanlike. Not Swain, Sim. That one tried to center in behind. It's shot the length of the ice. Grabbed and knocked off the stick there on McPhee. He's gonna get up and a tripping call here on McPhee. And it's gonna be 5-on-3 here. And that was a pretty clear-cut trip, and McPhee's hard work results in the power play. You don't get that power play unless you're skating hard in the corner, not giving up on the puck and trying to cheat a bit. And now a 5-on-3 opportunity here for Bedford nearing the end of the second period. 1:25 to go. There'll be 55 seconds of 5-on-3 time, trying to restore their lead before they head into the locker room. I always talk about the fact that the final few moments before they head to the locker room are always a big one. Change the complexity. Will we be tied heading into the third period? Will Bedford have a lead they can try to work with in the third? That one in front, switch shot. That one spotted, marked in the behind and then falling out in front.
Penalty for Pictou was number 15.
Over to Duffy. Duffy across. Walk-in shot. McLean. He slapped that one. 31 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. In behind. Bedford trying to get some pucks on net. Stopped up. Cleared, but can't get it out. On the line now. Shot blocked, and good job here by Pictou. Bedford circling. Last minute of play here. Duffy. Over to the right side. Stepping in Burke. He dishes across looking for the pass, but too far away. Now in with it. Stick handle McLean over. Walking down left side. First power play is ending, so it'll be 5-on-4 here. It's McLean as Sim comes out of the box. Back over Bedford. Taking their time here. Burke tried to ship in front. Knocked wide. McLean on the wall. Back to Duffy. Duffy down to McLean right side. He steps in, shot. That one tipped in behind. Stays out of the net though. Trying for the wraparound, and a good job laying out there. Getting on top of it, almost into the back. And another shot here at the end of the period. Knocked down, and that'll take us to the end. And we're gonna head into the third period. Tied up 4-4, so a 10-minute break coming. We'll be back for the third 15-minute period shortly. What a first two periods. You don't want to go anywhere. See you then. All right, everybody, we are back here for the third period. 4-4 the score. The winner goes on to the provincial finals this afternoon. Tassa up 5-0 out Antigonish on the other rink. Here, you're tied at 4. 34 seconds of power play time for Bedford to start. Let's just see how this one plays out, folks. There's nothing else really to be said other than two extremely good teams with one period to try to punch their ticket. Both of them probably want this more than they've ever wanted anything. Let's find a winner. That one back through the middle. Sent into the end board. It's going to be picked up by McPhee. McPhee over to the right side, grabbed. Lead pass stopped. In behind. Picked up now by Cameron. Down and behind McPhee. Up the wall. Try to play that into the center. It's Gillis who gets in front of it. In along the end, boys. That'll be the end of the power play. So, easy kill there to start for the Crushers. Crushers shoot. That one tipped in. It's a bit of a lob puck as it falls down in the zone. And McLean lead pass. And Brian just onside over to McLean. McLean backhanded. Stopped. Pinching down on the wall. Trying to push that thing to the net. Grab. Chance here front. Shot there. Save into the corner. Duffy with a great chance here early. In along the ball. Swain with a pick and roll. Back through the middle. That one gets by the stick. Pictou is going to be to that first. Snide way to the net and plays it nicely. Shades of Mike Smith out there for Snide. Worked over to the left side, off the shin pad. Now picked up, Bedford with it again in front, trying to fire that home, hits the side of the net. O'Leary had a good shot at it. Back in along the wall, pinched in through the offensive zone. Duffy trying to play it ahead. Held on to, in behind O'Leary. It is 5-on-5. Haven't got a chance to change the score clock there. The power play is well over. In front, Bedford starting to circle a little bit. They get a change off. Burke with it. Burke gets pressured. Didn't have anyone to go to. McDonald's gonna grab now. McDonald fans on it. Trying to clear. Free in behind. Grab there now by Mood. Mood tries to center front. They score! Just as the referee comes in front of us. Puts it home on a centering pass. Not really sure. It was Mood, maybe who gave the assist. We're gonna get the final word, but just as the ref kind of skated in front, but we did see that thing hit the back of the net, and now Bedford will take the lead, 5-4. This is the semifinal right here. 5-4. The score now, 12:36 to go. Bedford has never trailed in this game and just got their third separate lead of the game. Worked over to the wall. Up the left side, and Hackala with his second of the game. I mean, have yourself a game, young man. Two huge goals. Mood with the assist, but two huge goals in the biggest point of the season for Hackala. Picked up by Mood again, tries to hand off, it's to the line. Low shot, that one's not gonna get in behind. Chop that, gonna exit back to Robertson. Robertson chipped down the right side, turned over now to Pictou. Pictou's gonna try to turn it on. McLean with it now, McLean in front. Oh, and a great play there by Hines as McLean's was trying to get free, and he's got a great shot, so that had a real chance. In behind now, Cameron intercepted, and what a job there by Brian to come down and pick it off, but Cameron anyway, and the arm goes up. And now it'll be Pictou County headed to the power play. Cameron shot on. Edwin scores through the 5-hole on the delayed call. Cameron gets it right back. And it's 5-5. Down the left side. Fired it home. I believe 5-hole. And this game, I mean, living up to the billing in every aspect of the word. Holy. Just getting that one back. And both goalies feeling the pressure. 5-5 to score. Back in behind, McLean plays it back. So the lead, the third lead for Bedford, evaporating on the delayed call. One over. Lead pass, McPhee in ahead. Jack Cameron scoring that one. McLean now shot. Oh, and a save by Allworth in behind Brian. Great job taking that puck away, Sim. Pinched off on the wall and by. And now they'll head back the other way. Down the right side. Wind up shot, gloved down by Snide. As Pictou looking for their first lead of the puck. Down here at the other side, trying to play it back. It's loose in front. Pictou shot, scores! And Pictou getting their first lead of the game off the draw into the back of the net, and it's 6-5 Pictou. So down one just moments ago, fired home. The Crushers, it took them all game to get this lead back, or to get a lead, and we're here at center ice with 11 to go here in the third, and Pictou puts one home. Grab now, in ahead, Bedford gonna shoot that on, rebound it away. Now, it's a totally different aspect, or a totally different game. That's sent down, and Bedford now, for the first time, on their back foot late. What a start to the third period here. I mean, come on. 3 goals in the first 4 minutes. Both teams came out hot. Right now, Pictou with the advantage. In behind Mood. Up the wall, we'll play it around, and now the 1-goal lead, trying to build on it. Down the wall, it's one back. Pictou steered in front, pushed off into the corner. Held off. Back to the line, Cameron walks it, shot. That one misses wide. Back in around. On the wall, chopped that, trying to get that by. Dished across to Cormier. Cormier down low. Cormier spins that out, tipped by McDonald. That one trying to get it around and land with a great play to himself. Backhands it across. Step in on the right side. That knocked off the stick. Bedford haven't been able to fire away on net. McPhee with it in behind. As we are now inside 10 minutes to go here. Pictou up 6-5 in the semifinal. Picked up McLean. Into the corner, McLean. Wrapping it around the left side, Cameron. Cameron shot up. McDonald now turning it back the other way. Stopped. Back over to McLean. McLean cut off quickly. Back over to the left side, pinched in by Duffy. That one gets by him. Pictou trying to get in behind. Bedford now has to kind of play a little more offensively. Trying to come back. McLean now picking that puck up through center. Grabbed. Toe dragged around. Surrett trying to play it ahead. Can't muscle that thing to the net. Now Cameron holds him off down the right side. He'll get that by. Cameron picks up on it again. In through center. Cameron chops at it. Snide. Down on the ice there. Up the wall. Hard shot. That one off into the corner. Surrett now. Dished over. Intense moments here. In ahead, trying to push that thing towards the front of the net. Stopped. Behind the back play there by McIver. Over to MacArthur. In ahead, 8:22 to go. Just about halfway through the third period. Gillis will touch it up. And now both sides, especially Bedford, maybe starting to sweat a bit here. 8:19 to go. Their whole season on the line right here. One back. Dished across right side. Back over, trying to step in, hand it off. Cutting down the wall here. O'Leary trying to will that thing in. Back over to McIver. McIver over to the left side, he'll stop out. Back onto the line, tipped off that one too high. Grabbed in behind now, stopping, going the other way. Hand it off. Down the side, low shot. O'Leary into the glass. Coming back out, backhanded down. Bedford gonna change off, giving Pictou a chance here to breathe. 7:30 to go here in the third. Get ahead, left side. Not wrapping the end boards. Here in the corners. Spun back around, leaves front. Chance here, Pictou shot. That one blocked. Back over into the corner. To the line, Cameron. Cameron winds up, low shot. Not missing. Bedford picking it up now, down the right side they come. Into the zone, try to shoot that on. Good mood. And I just want to take a second here, if you haven't heard of High Button Sports before, we're a local live streaming company in Atlantic, Canada, going around tournament to tournament, social media as well. A podcast of 400 plus episodes, and if you like what you see here, or what you've seen this weekend, you can email us at thehighbutton@gmail.com, and maybe we could be streaming your games. Send an email over and we'll try to figure something out. Back to the game here in behind. Bedford now, 6:47 to try to tie this game up. Pictou trying to get the biggest win of the season. Back in behind Cameron. To the line, McPhee. He'll play that down, Hackle at Bedford. Really hasn't had too much time here in the offensive zone as of late. Burke in front, tries to send that one off. Backing around to Burke, jumps over his stick. Cormier immediately jumps on it, a nice lead pass in there to McDonald. Turned over. Get on the wall, it's back. Dished over now. Lead pass up the right side. Onside in the skates. 6:09 to go, Cameron. Cameron over, knocked by McLean. Land circling back. In ahead, offside. So Bedford has the time ticking away. 5:56, Allward locked in here. One back on the line, down the right side. Surratt walking in, Surratt blocked. McLean tries for a shot, that one blocked again. Getting in those shooting lanes perfectly. At Pictou County, that's taken away Bedford's strength. They can score goals in bunches, that stopped on the line, but right now they can't even get that shot clean on net. So stifling them. 5:38 left to go in the third. Pictou got their first lead of the game when it matters most here in the third period. That sent the length of the ice for an icing. And now they'll get it. Neither team has called the timeout yet. On the dot now. Waiting for that to be dropped in. In ahead, right side. Trying to play back, it's chipped by. MacArthur now tried to lead pass. Up through the middle. Down the side here, cut off along the boards there by Cameron. Ryan going at it with him. Over to the line, chipped by, and now the arm goes up, and a tripping call on Duffy. Pictou County down the right side, lay it out for it, trying to make this a 2-goal lead. Held off in behind. Pictou with the delayed penalty, they got the extra attacker out there. I think Duffy's gonna go for catching that stick in the skates. Worked back to the middle, shot Pictou, blocked. Still with the man advantage and a tired Bedford team chasing right now. Worked back down low and Pictou walked them around the zone as it stands. Shot for the point, touched up finally. And both referees have the arm up. A tripping call, so a bad call to take, or a bad point here for Bedford as a 4:39 to go in the third. They'll now have to do 2 of those precious minutes on the penalty kill. Out of the zone, and now a timeout called. Headed back over to the bench. Bedford needing this break here as they're trying to score a goal, tie this thing up, and kill this penalty in the last 4:39. It's been a heck of a game. Do they have it in them? Land, O'Leary, McPhee, and Van Polgeest. Van Polgeest, one of the better defenders, one of the better offensive defenders here on the Bedford side. Hill, the final man there on that unit. Stick him out on the PK, makes sense to me. 4:39 to go. We'll head back in, and this is the home stretch. After this game, it'll be a bronze medal played at noon. Gold medal game here at 2, and then we're done for the weekend. Puck drops. Back into the left side. Walking the line. Cameron hands off. Shot in by Spim. This way in front, and somehow doesn't end up in the back of the net. Sent in, and O'Leary with some good pressure here. O'Leary trying to get one on short-handed here into Burke's skates. They get knocked down. It'll be Swain the other way. Swain down the right. Swain drop it back to the middle. Wind up shot, clear one in front. Pictou, puck's loose in front, and they score! Pictou put it home, and a huge goal as it becomes 7-5 on the power play with 4:04 to go. It didn't take long into the power play to fire it home. And now a 2-goal lead. And a stunned Bedford team heads back to the bench, and now they've really got their work cut out for them. 4:04 to go. They need a quick one here to get themselves back in it. And Pictou now just looking to hold on. Trying to play this afternoon. One back to the line. Cameron spun around. Over to the wall. In deep, back over. Time ticking away. Hand it off. Down the wall. Mood makes the move around. He plays that across. Back over, they need a quick one here. Left side shot, that one tipped by Cameron. Cameron lead pass, that one jumping in behind. And it'll go for an icing. We'll head back in here, and Bedford just focused on the next one. .330 to go, down 2. Who will punch that ticket? It's been, I mean, look at the score. This game has been everything it's been advertised. Drama from the first puck drop. Bedford out to the early, keep it in. It's to the middle. Hakala. Backhanded into the corner. Spinning around Little. Back over, try to pull back that puck. Dished across. Down the wall. Into the offensive zone. Muscled off that puck there, Burke. Down low, right near us. Over to McIver. McIver, centering pass missing. Now it's back to Land. Seems like an eternity ago he scored his big goal to give Bedford the 3-2 lead. That one chopped at. Picked up now, trying to play back to Cameron. Cameron shooting at the length of the ice. Icing call, 2:36 to go. As the time ticks away, Cameron, the captain out there, looking calm, cool, collected. .236 to go. 7-5 the score. Thank you everyone for tuning in here on High Button Sports. We're trying to get a winner here. Gold medal game to be played at 2. Chopped down on the wall and a hand pass there. And will the face off be outside the dot? It will. Or outside the zone, it will. Down there on the stick. So Pictou's first lead of the game coming in the third. Adding to it on the power play with 4 minutes left. Trying to kill out the final .236. Back and behind, a nice move around. Up the wall, trying to chip ahead. It's in on the boards. Played back. Gillis gonna circle around. Gillis, some crossovers. Slapped out there. And Pictou just desperate to let the seconds tick off the board here. Over to Cameron. Cameron then fires that down. Icing. And I think that kind of supports my theory. They're fine letting the seconds tick off. Just trying to, whatever it takes, get these last minute and 56 seconds killed off. 7-5 to score. A fantastic third period here for Pictou. Have barely given up anything on their own. Scored when they needed to. We're almost done. Will Bedford have what it takes to tie it? It starts with 1. Chip back to the middle. Over to the right side. McPhee, hard shot. Saved there in front by Allward. Chip back in, kept in his zone. Burke stick lifted, and Cameron, a great play, and Cameron fires it down. Cameron just putting on a clinic here for us on High Button Sports. What a fine young hockey player he is. As grabs, shoots it down again, aiming for that net. He doesn't want the icing, but he wants that out of his zone. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him stay on the last minute and 15. One over to the left side, cut off on the boards. Wheeling in, down the right, shot. That one missing. Backing around. On the wall, and the goalie leaving, so net empty. Pictou with it. McDonald, McLean cuts it off. McLean pulled back in, and we're into our last minute. They need one here. Bedford, shot, missing. Brian to the line. Land, shot into the back. MacArthur looking for the hat trick. She'll shoot it and miss the mark. We'll head back down here, 41 seconds to go. Down 2, and they're just trying to get to the end of this one. Pictou closing in. And another timeout called. If there's ever a time to call one, I suppose it'd be right now. And I'll take this moment to say thank you to everyone for tuning in this weekend. My name's Jeff Warburton. A phenomenal game, a phenomenal weekend. We're gonna have the bronze medal game shortly after this at noon, and then it'll be the gold medal at 2. Trying to crown a champion. It'll be a whatever it is, I'm sure it'll be a great game. It'll be on High Button Sports. We're gonna go back to the Indigenous Arena after these 41 seconds. Bedford trying to get one. Pardon me. Bedford trying to get one just to put themselves back in this. 41 seconds. All the All-Stars out there for Pictou, loading up the lines on both sides. Here we go. Puck dropped. It's tied up in the middle. McCullum, one over, trying to keep it in. McPhee's gonna step around. McPhee shot, scores! And McPhee, with 33 seconds left, fires one home, and oh my goodness, what a young player. I mean, this guy just walked in, calm, cool, collected, and fired that thing home. And now it's a 1-goal game with 33 seconds to go. The net, they're gonna put the goalie back in the net, and Bedford has a heartbeat here. 36 seconds, it comes down to this. McPhee keeping the team alive. puck. Dropped. Here we go. Final 36 seconds. One back. Pictou. Referee blocks it. Bedford trying to keep it forward. McPhee falling. Back in behind. 25 seconds and it's running out of time. They're going to have to get this puck into the offensive zone. The pressure. You're going to need a stretch pass or something. McLean on the wall. 17 seconds. That's knocked away. McPhee picking it up again. He'll try to will that puck in. He gets it. McPhee handed off to the line. 9 seconds. Chipped back. That's exiting the zone. 5 seconds to go. Stepping in, slap shot, McPhee blocked with the hand, and it looks like Pictou County will be heading to the gold medal game as they knock off Bedford. And pure heartbreak over there, jubilation on this side, and Pictou County getting the win here, 7-6. And that'll do it. As the coach calling over the Bedford crew and saying we win as a team, we lose as a team. It is what it is, and I can't believe this. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. What a game. I mean, from the first puck drop, there was not one dull moment in this one, and heartbreak on one side. Bedford will go on to play this afternoon. They head back to the line. Bedford will be playing, like I said, in the bronze medal, and then gold medal on the other side for Pictou. Just trying to see who they'll be playing. The other game just ended on the Antigonish ice, and it looks like the Ducks ended up winning 5-0, so it'll be Pictou versus the Ducks. And man, I mean, between me and all of you at home who watched, like, what a game that was. I just can't, it's hard to wrap your head around. These kids are just so skilled out here. I mean, as someone who did not play high level growing up, it's just, for me to see these 13-year-olds or these 12-year-olds out there just that smart, that good at just the game of hockey is so impressive, and it just very happy to bring you here and feel very privileged to be able to call these games. Like I said, named Jeff Warburton here of High Button Sports. We appreciate you tuning into all our coverage. I know this game and this angle wasn't ideal for such a big marquee game here in the corner, but I feel like we made the best of it, and luckily, like it usually does, the game took care of itself, provided us some great entertainment. And MacArthur earning that MVP. Fantastic job there.
MVP for Bedford goes to number 10,
Alistair McPhee will get MVP on Bedford. I know that probably doesn't ease the pain at all, but congratulations to him. I mean, what a game by Alistair. He's one of the guys who I watch and I just say, how on earth are you 12 years old and you're this good of a hockey player, like many who just played in this game, but that'll do it. So, like I said, thank you for tuning in here on High Button Sports. It was my pleasure to bring you this game. Gotta go set up here, get ready for the next ones. We're gonna be doing the bronze medal in the finals over at Antigonish Arena at 12 and 2. High Button streaming channel, that will have the finals for the U13AAA female provincials, and that'll do it. So, for one last time here from High Button Sports, thank you for tuning in, and we will see